I met a Gypsy.
Gnarly. I mean, I'm fortunate enough in my office to treat some of the most incredible athletes in the world. And every time, I'd say once every couple weeks, the topic comes out, who's the gnarliest? The fighters are in there and I laugh every single time. It's not even close. Not even close. Moto dudes, they just have no idea. And then I start telling them about like their heart rates and things like that. And they're like, no way. There's no way. And I'm like, I'm just telling you, no fitter athlete in the world than motocross. Not even close. Not even close. Now, mind you, I have this guy, Matt Jolliffe, who's a ultra marathon that just got done running 240 miles, won that King of Moab. That guy's gnarly, right? But like they do that every now and then. These guys do every weekend, the recovery. And then during the week, they're doing motos. There's nothing like it. I'll put them up against any other athlete in the world any day of the week.
Glad you said it because you're more qualified. But I believe the same thing. At MotoGP, Dax Shepard was there. And he's a massive moto fan, massive MotoGP, like motorsport in general. Like he's a petrol head, like all of us. And Kenny was there, and he was talking to Kenny, and he's like, "Oh, we kind of had this conversation, like a MotoGP dude's gnarlier, or like a moto guy's gnarlier." And Ken's like, "Man, MotoGP dudes, they're so gnarly, they're going so fast." And let him say his piece, and I was like, "Bro, you're the gnarliest dude in the world." Like, the risk that motocross and supercross athletes are exposed to daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, over a decade, nobody is facing more risk in a professional sporting career, I think, than a motocross and supercross
100%.
athlete.
100%. I mean, there's I will argue that till my death. With any athlete, and I see them, you know what I mean? And no disrespect to any of them.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I
sure.
mean? No disrespect, but not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close. I mean, what's that saying? There's two kind of motorcycle riders, one that's hurt and one that's going to get hurt. And unfortunately, that's just how it is. It's just one of the craziest sports on the planet. And it's it's just a matter of time before it happens. And so, I mean, I always have a job, but it's so gnarly. Like people they can't even grasp it. I have people, it's cool. Cause like someone like Jet or someone will come into the office and then just this random, a 55-year-old lady will ask, what does that guy do? And I'll tell them. And then I start to tell them what they do.
You're like, he's the baddest dude on planet Earth.
He is.
Yeah.
And I go, and they're like, and I start to teach them what it is. And they're like, wait, like, what do you mean? Don't they just sit on the motorcycle? I'm like, I start talking about heart rates, and I start talking about the recovery, and I start talking about,
Injuries.
17 weeks with one break. It just, and then people just, their eyes get bigger, bigger, the mouth gets bigger and bigger, and just go, that is crazy. How is that possible? And I'm like, exactly.
Yeah.
How is it possible?
And the other thing that's pretty insane about motocross is that normal people do it. Like I went to Glen Helen yesterday and just risked my life on a 450 that I should not have been riding.
I have a kid that's 7 years old that comes to my office that rides motorcycles that blew his ACL out.
No.
7 years old. I mean, it just doesn't pass up anybody. That injury bug can hit at any time. So, I love the sport. Man, it's so hard on your body. And, I have the weekend warriors that come in. People always go, oh, gee, it's like you have to be a professional athlete to go to see it. No, come on. Like I see people that are the weekend warriors that ride and, the surfers that surf just on the weekends. And that's what's great about life is that, you can look at these guys, a Jet, a Cooper, all these guys and go, I want to do that. And they go and do it. It's cool. Not to their level, but that's what's great about it. I have a lot of weekend warriors that come into my office and what a day it is when they show up to the office and you have Jorge Prado and Jet and Cooper all in there at the same time. And they're just like their jaws drop down to the ground. It's pretty cool.
So with the everyday weekend warrior guy, what's the most common things that you're dealing with, do you think?
Unfortunately, it's crashes. You know what I mean?
So people are just coming to you post crash.
Yeah, post crash. I ate it. You know, I dislocated my shoulder, or I broke my wrist, or you know, I really landed really hard in this area. So it's the injuries that occur. You know, broken wrists. Ankles.
Collarbones.
I pulled my collarbones like crazy. Pulled my toe off. Off the pegs in a rut, and now my knee hurts. So it's when you treat the level of patients that I do, and you get that exposure, it's like everybody wants to come. So I definitely have a huge ratio of weekend warriors that come in, and I love them. I treat them the same as I do Cooper or Jed or Hunter or whoever. It doesn't matter to me. Like it's their passion, right? They're passionate about it just as much as these riders are. So who am I to tell them, no, you can't come into my office? I love it. I love helping everybody. And the smile on that little 7-year-old, Jorge, he took a picture with him. And it was like made his day. Can you imagine walking into a doctor's office and one of your heroes is there getting treated right next to you, doing the same type of treatment?
Thing.
It's cool. It's really cool.
We have the latest and greatest in the moto gaming experience with Monster Energy Supercross 2025, the official video game. Milestone, the studio behind the game, have rethought and redesigned some of the game's core mechanics from the ground up using Unreal Engine 5. This fresh and redefined experience is not only the best graphics and physics that gaming has to offer, but the collaboration with Monster Energy means that this is also the most immersive career, bike, and story experience. The ship has sailed for me, ever lining up at A1, so this is about as close as I'll ever come. The physics are totally new, built from scratch, ruts change throughout the races, and the AI actually adapts to how you ride. Not only that, the new career mode is addictive too. It's fully dynamic so that every season is different, and for the first time, they've packed in the full 2025 championship, including SMX, and we even have two-strokes. Plus, it's full cross-play, so you can battle your mates no matter what platform they play. It really is amazing how good the gaming experience is right now. Monster Energy Supercross 2025 is in stores now on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.